Alright, great. So we're going to go over the rest of the guided practice together. You should already have the first two we did yesterday together. That is, the greater mass is the elephant, and the greater volume is also the elephant. So now we look at a basketball and a baseball. Well, which one has a greater mass? If you said basketball, you would be wrong because it's baseball. Baseball has the greater mass, so it weighs more than a basketball, believe it or not. Go ahead, try it. Go weigh one. Go weigh one of each, and you'll see. But what about volume? Here the basketball has the greater volume versus a baseball. Okay? So you can see that mass and volume are not the same. So what about an inflated balloon in a baseball? Well, which one has more mass? I think that's pretty easy. The baseball is going to take that one, but which one has more volume? The inflated balloon is going to be closer to the size of a basketball, so it's probably going to be the balloon with the greater volume. Okay, and lastly, we have a bowling ball and a basketball. They're very close in terms of size, it seems, but we find that the bowling ball has more mass, whereas the basketball has more volume. Okay, so hopefully those were the answers that you got as well. Now let's move on to the true-false section, section number 2 of your homework, and that was to determine whether or not each of the following were matter or not. So the sound of an ambulance siren, is that matter or is that not matter? Is that true or false? It is actually false. Hopefully that's what you got. An ambulance itself, is it matter? True or false? That is true. A flame is matter. Is that true or false? Well, technically it's false, but there could be some argument made as to the fact that flame is kind of a special type of substance, and so it could therefore possibly, it certainly contains some molecules in the smoke, but the flames itself are more what we would call plasma, which you'll get into in later years of science, more ecology. You might get into it a little bit in like if you take chemistry next year or something like that. But so you could make an argument that a flame is matter, but we're going to go with false on this. And then water used to put out the flame is matter. Is that true or false? Well, that's pretty clearly true. So good job if you got all those right. And the third section here is where we look at different examples and decide based on their shape and volume whether they are solid, liquid, or gas. So we've got apple juice. Is that shape fixed, definite? No. It takes the shape of its container, right? So we're just going to put, how about we'll put changes in here. Oh. And then its volume is fixed. That is a pretty bad X. So is this a solid, liquid, or a gas? Well, you probably knew without doing the other stuff that it's liquid. Yikes. That is some crazy writing right there. All right, how about wind? Does it have a fixed or definite shape? No, it changes. Is wind even matter? Good question. How about volume? It changes as well. I'm going to leave out the vowels. Change. And so is that a solid, a liquid, or a gas? If you said gas, you are correct. All right, next one. How about muffin? That's definitely a fixed shape once it's baked, at least. We're going to assume that it's baked. Does its volume change? No, that's fixed as well. And so that makes this a solid. Very good. Okay. Let's go to the next screen. And we're looking at ocean water. Is its shape fixed? No, it changes. Is its volume fixed? Yes, it's fixed. Ocean water doesn't change its volume. So is it solid, liquid, or gas? It is liquid. So if you were thinking about ocean water in terms of the whole ocean and the fact that it evaporates and things like that, that would be not really the way to look at this, because it just says ocean water. It doesn't say the ocean, but it says ocean water. So if you took some ocean water and you put it in a bottle, its volume wouldn't change, but its shape would change. Okay, so that makes it a liquid. So anything that's shape changes and volume is fixed is a liquid. How about a clock? Its shape is fixed. Doesn't change shape. And its volume is also fixed. So anytime you have fixed, then you have a solid. If you said solid, you are correct. Alright, how about salt? This is the last one here. Salt is fixed, shape, and volume. We'll just put an F in here. How about that? And that means it is a solid. Excellente. You did a great job.